We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Manny Acta's Cleveland Indians. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson. He's Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set, and it will be the rubber match. In the opener, Sox won that ball game 7-2. Chris Sale pitched very well. Then last night, it was the old base on balls that wore us out. They won that ball game 6-3. So in the rubber match tonight, out on that bump, Johnny Danks.
John Danks is looking for some consistency. He doesn't have it to this point. In fact, he's 2-3. His ERA way higher than he would like, and he's always had problems with the Indians. He's lifetime 4-7 against the Cleveland team. And one of the things that he hasn't done is face a whole lot of left-handers. And tonight, Manny Acta has 6 of them starting in their lineup. So Justin Masterson goes to the mound for the Indians. He's 0-2. His ERA is low. In fact, very low. He's pitched exceptionally well, doesn't have a whole lot to show for it. Lifetime against the Sox, he's also a losing pitcher. He's 3-5, but an ERA just over 2. This is a tough right-hander. Throws from the side. He's tough on the right-handers. A.J. probably going to have a big night against him, so let's beat him in the rubber match.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way. The new Miller Lite Punch Top Can. It's Miller time. By the Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery, anything is possible. And by Ford. Proud sponsor of your Chicago White Sox and proud of our Chicago-built Ford Explorer. Check it out at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com.
Tell us a little bit about the event and how it has to do with the youngsters.
Well, as you know, Chevy is the official vehicle of Major League Baseball, and we're proud sponsors of the Chicago White Sox. And here we're going to have Saturday a ride and drive event in conjunction with our youth baseball initiative. And we're going to have a chance to provide an opportunity for our consumers to come out and drive our Chevrolets with no pressure. Just come out and drive the vehicles, drive them once, drive them twice. But on the hand, we're going to have Chevrolet Camaros, Chevrolet Cruze, Chevrolet Equinoxes. We'll also have a Chevrolet Volt. So if those who want to drive a Volt, come on out. We'll have a Chevy Traverse, and we'll also have the 2013 Chevy Malibu. And for every test drive, you'll also receive 2 tickets to a future White Sox game.
And I think that's going to be from 3:30 to 7:30. Is that the hours that you come out here and you get a chance to drive all the Chevys you have?
That's exactly right. 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. right here in the parking lot at U.S. Cellular Field. It's going to be an exciting time. And I have one more thing I'd like to mention to folks. As you know, we have a national promotion called Diamonds and Dreams. And consumers can register their ballpark in their local community for a possible makeover. And there's going to be a drawing. So all you have to do is go to ChevyBaseball.com, register your local ballpark on the website, and possibly win a total makeover for your field. And also comes with that is a $1,000 gift certificate from Lowe's to help you maintain that makeover as well. And if you register your field as a caller, you also get to register to possibly win a 2013 Chevy Malibu.
Well, Maurice, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's a wonderful event. Come out and see it on Saturday. That's 7:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. So stay with us. We'll be back after these messages. And Maniac is going to line up his Indians with Johnny Damon leading it off, and it's Kipnis, Cabrera, Santana, Duncan, Chu, Brantley, Kochman, and Hanahan. 6 left-handers against Danks. The outfield, Fukudome, Diaz, and Rios, with Escobar, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko in the infield. AJ gets a nod behind the plate, and Johnny Danks on the hill. Johnny looking for win number 3, and this is 6th start. So we're ready to play baseball. I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with WGN Sports on the U. As Johnny Danks ready with the first pitch of the ball game to Johnny Damon, and that's taken for a strike. Damon, 38-year-old veteran, playing last night. And Johnny went, as that's into left field, 0 for 3. So 2 pitches and 1 out. Indians come in hitting at .242 as a club with a 4.06 team ERA. Indians with a record similar to ours. We're 5-8 at home. They're 4-7. We're 7-4 on the road, and they're 8-3. First pitch misses to Jason Kipnis. So officially a 19 minutes. Rain delay. Weather delay.
Can you remember any manager starting 6 left-handers against John?
Joe Madden.
True.
It's getting to be a thing now. Guys are starting to understand that this, platoon situation you got is there is ball 4, so another walk by Danks. That's something he's been trying to stay away from. We had 8 walks in that game last night that really killed us. But especially with right-handed hitters against right-handed pitching, you're getting a lot of guys who are. And if you got a guy with his best pitches is change-up, and like a lot of left-handers have now, you take away that change-up because they won't throw it to the left-handed hitters.
Well, they've got to start doing that. If
you
they
better
do,
believe it.
If they do, then they're going to negate some of those lefties.
That's exactly right. I mean, what Manny is doing is he's taking away Danks' best pitch to 6 of his hitters. Instead of making him a 3-pitch pitcher, he's making him a 2-pitch pitcher. As that's out of play right side. Cabrera hitting at .290, a couple of homers. He's driven in 6.
One of the things that John might keep in mind is he might be able to pick off Kipnis. Kipnis, an aggressive base stealer, stolen 5 times out of his 6 chances. And John with a good move to first.
Two and 1 to count.
The umpires for the game tonight: Eric Cooper behind the plate, Marty Foster is at first, Tim Timmons is at second, and Jeff Kellogg on the line at third.
And there's a strike with a changeup. So 2 and 2. Cabrera 1 for 6 in the series, and lifetime against Johnny Danks is 5 for 18.
Eric Cooper, very much known as a pitcher's ump.
And that's into short right center. And that's out number 2. Well, he'll always be remembered by Mark Burley.
Yes, indeed. Not only the no-hitter, but the perfect game with Eric Cooper behind the plate. Now that is an oddity.
Yeah. Here's Santana, the other switch hitter. Besides Cabrera, Santana 2 for 8 in the series with a homer and 3 RBIs. That coming last night. And that broke it. Didn't break it open. It put us in a big hole. Carlos hitting at .260, 4 homers, 13 knocked in. And there's the strike. I'm talking about Joe Madden. He did that with Burley. Loaded up left-handers.
One of the reasons why you have a hard time beating him in a 1-run game, especially this year in Tampa.
Ball gets away.
Now he had a shot to get Kipnis because he was leaning towards second base, and that throw unfortunately was on the home plate side of first. You see Kipnis? Well, he can't get to it, and it goes as E1.
Well, if he puts it right on the money, Kipnis is out.
Yep, they got him.
Two out, 0-2 the count. That fastball up high. This is the fifth meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first four, Sox have won 3 of them. That's a line drive. We got a man there. And that'll retire the side. Nothing it costs. One left after half inning of play. It's their guys nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Alejandro Diaz leading off. Then it's Ramirez hitting second with Dunn the DH. Paulie back at first base. AJ getting the nod behind the plate. Then Rios, Fukudome, Beckham, and Escobar rounding out the starting 9. The defense behind Masterson. Duncan, Brantley, and Chu in the outfield. Hanahan, Cabrera, Kipnis, and Kochman. Carlos Santana behind the plate. And very tall Justin Masterson on the hill. He's 0-2. The ERA up there a little higher than he would like. And this is his 6th start. Opponent's hitting just .239, so he's throwing the ball okay. But too many walks. 17 walks, 20 strikeouts.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as Yaza takes first pitch strike from the 27-year-old right-hander out of Indianapolis. Masterson, 6'6", 250 pounds. There's a chopper, one hopper, Hanahan, and one out. And right now, let's check out our BMW picks to click. And tonight's picks are Jimmy and Joe, our director and crew. They went with Alex. Steve's going with Diaz. And Anthony Bertucci, along with Giggs. They want to go with A.J. Pierzynski.
They're front runners. They must have looked at the stats. That's all I can say.
And for a limited time, get incredible lease deals on the 2011 BMW 3 Series. Visit chicagolandbmw.com for more information. Alexei, and the 2-1 pitch. Joe McEwing will make that play and make himself a new friend.
The American League Pitcher of the Month, Jake Peavy. And why not? He had a magnificent month.
Two down.
Take a look at what he did in the month of April. He had 2 bad innings, ERA 167. Started 5 times. The strikeouts and walks were unbelievable. 33 strikeouts. A couple of complete games. The game he lost 1-0 against a very powerful Boston ball club.
There's a shot base hit by Adam. So the 2-out single. Adam now 7 for 16 lifetime off Masters.
Left-handers should have a very good look at Masterson because he throws the ball low 3/4. You can see it much better from the left side than you can from the right. Dunn hit that ball hard.
That'll bring up Paulie. Paulie looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 7. Comes in hitting at .352, 5 homers and 16 knocked in. Outfield there. Straight up, spread out, about equidistant. And that's into right field. That's a can of corn for Chu. And that'll retire the side. Nothing across. It was a hit, no errors. 1 left after 1, no score. Shelly Duncan will leave off here in the top of the second. Breaking ball strike.
Best to try to get him out with straight changes and curveballs, the occasional slider. You don't want to get careless with a fastball to this guy, and that's anywhere in the zone.
1-1 to count. I've always felt that Shelly was really going to be, he's 32 now. Always thought he was going to be a better hitter than what his numbers have shown. He certainly has the capability. I mean, you can cover a fastball like he can. You got the ability to hit, between 20, 30 home runs a year.
Well, usually nobody wants to give him that spot every day.
So Escobar throws him out. It's got to be in his approach because it's certainly not in his physical ability.
No. But I'm thinking if he were to get that shot every day, I don't see any reason why, especially in his ballpark, why he couldn't hit 25 to 30 home runs.
Yes. I mean, he can go out of the park anywhere. As you mentioned on the fastball.
There's no doubt.
Want to know the count to Chu, hitting at 219. Little guy has really been injury ridden the last couple of seasons. Fukudome makes that play. 2 down. He's a terrific player when he's healthy. So quickly 2 out, and here's Brantley. Michael hitting at 235, no homers. He's driven in 5. Outfield swung around to the left. Nice gap out there and right center. Takes up high. And Hooters is the official road game restaurant of the White Sox. Come into any Chicagoland area Hooters when the Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. Hooters, the original wing joint. John, to count.
John is crowding a lot of these left-handers inside. Brantley getting a lot of playing time. Grady Sizemore hurt before the season started this year.
And the 2-2. It's full. This gets to be more of a mental thing when you get full with somebody. If you've been walking guys, a lot of guys like Johnny has, rather than just thinking about nothing, you say, uh-oh, 3-2. And he knocks it down. Has he got time? No. Plus, he's going to throw it away, and that'll be a hit and an error.
For Johnny Danks, he probably wanted to rethink that one. First of all, if you have any idea where your shortstop is, you're probably not going to go after that with your pitching hand. And after he misses it, he airmails it at first, so it is a base hit, but it is E1. Now, Ramirez would have had a shot at that over the middle. Would have been bang bang at first. But at the very least, you hold them to a single. That's 2 errors for John in the early going.
That'll bring up Casey Kochman, hitting at 143, a couple of homers. He's driven in 4. First pitch strike.
Your Fukudome in left field. You're very aware that Kochman likes to go to left and left center.
And that's trouble. So the arrow is going to jump up and bite him. And it's 1-0 Cleveland. We talked about it last night. In the big leagues, you can't walk guys and can't give them extra bases on errors. Or 4 or 5 outs in an inning.
That's only the 5th run batted in for Kochman this year, who came in hitting 143. Takes that ground ball back up the middle. And the Indians have the early lead.
So here's Hanahan at 292, a homer. He's driven in 15. That's into center field. Daza, can of corn. That'll be an unearned run, but it counts after an inning and a half. 1-0 bad guys.
The second inning, and last night, Jared Weaver threw a no-hitter against the Minnesota Twins. He walked just one, fanned 9, the 10th no-hitter in team history. Anything's Possible is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who every day make anything possible.
First pitch strike to AJ leading off here in the bottom of the second. An unearned run. They lead it 1-0. AJ hitting at 289, 5 homers and 18 driven in. Breaking ball strike. And the count very quickly 0-2. Little high and wide. And we'd like to give a big White Sox shout out to our WGN TV White Sox producer, John Walgren. John is recuperating after having some neck surgery earlier this week, and we understand he is home and on the mend. So, John, get well. We'll see you soon, buddy. A little shank.
That's the one pitch that Masterson has tried to use to combat the left-hander, because everything he throws moves away from him, so he's used a little cutter inside. Watch this ball right at the last instant. Cuts inside, even though Santana wanted it away. It was pretty effective.
One down. Here's Alex hitting at 293, a homer. He's driven in 9. Count evens at 1.
Even though Masterson lifetime is 3-5 against our Sox, ERA is 2.31.
Top for 2 Hopper. Two out. And a reminder, stay connected to our Sox all season long. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, pin us on Pinterest, and reblog our unique Tumblr content. So visit whitesox.com/connect today. Steve?
I will be happy to do that from the road as we depart for Detroit and on to Cleveland after this game tonight.
Well, we'll do that. The Indians will go back home, 3 with Texas and 3 with us. Kosuke hitting at 192, no homers. He's driven in 3. And there's a nice play by Cabrera to take a base hit away from Fukudome. So we'll go to the third, trailing 1-0. Johnny Damon just hit the first pitch from Johnny Danks, a shot down into the right field corner for his first hit in a Cleveland Indians uniform. So one pitch, man on second here in the top of the third.
This is what Damon used to do consistently. Like first ball fastball, even though that one was on the outside corner, he pulled it into the corner. And he's aboard now. Kipnis has got to find some way to get him over.
Well, make no mistake about it, he's going to help this ball club. So A.J. waving to Alexei to get over there and cover. They had a shot at him if he had been there.
Kipnis with 2 sacrifices this year.
Good pitch, didn't get it.
Maniaca does not like to bunt very much. Only 6 sacrifices all year.
That ball hit deep into center field. There's a back. Can't get it. So now Kipner, he's going to round second. He'll go into third as Damon scores, and it's a 2-0 Indian lead. So the left-handers, they have 4 hits, all by left-handed hitting.
And Johnny hasn't thrown one changeup to any left-hander to this point. RBI number 14 for Kipnis. He got a high fastball. Normally you think about pulling it, but Kipnis probably felt he was going to get enough on this to be able to drive Damon to third at the very least. As it turns out, it turns into a triple, and that's his 3rd triple of the year.
Now the Sox bring the infield in. We talked about this a couple of years ago. That if you got a left-handed pitcher that will not throw his changeup to left-handed hitters, you just stack them with left-handed hitters, and they're going to get it.
They will do a much better job than the right-handers for the most part.
Cabral had a little soft looper into short center field. And that's going foul. Last year, Johnny, if you'll recall, started off 0-8. And he was the best 0-8 pitcher I've ever seen. The way he pitched. This year he's 2-3 coming in, and he pitched better last year.
Oh, much better. I mean, he just got off to as tough a luck start as you could possibly get off to. But this year the control really hasn't been there.
No, he didn't. And it's 3-0.
For the most part, it's been fastballs. Fastballs. If you're not changing speeds, especially with that fastball topping out at 92, occasionally 93, you're going to have some problems.
There's a changeup. If I were a switch hitter, I'd be hitting left-handed against him.
That's what they did against Tom Glavine for many years toward the end of Glavine's run as one of the great left-hand pitchers in the National League.
I saw Mickey Mantle hit right-handed against some right-handed pitchers. But they're all knuckleballers.
That's pretty tough to do. I'm not sure how you practice that exactly, because there's very few knuckleballers around.
Well, there were more back in those days.
Yeah.
And there's the changeup. So the count 2-1.
Well, Santana in the driver's seat at 2-0, looking for a fastball. There's an example of what you can do to a hitter when you get that changeup at least near the plate.
2 runs across here in the top of the third. They lead it 3-0. Still nobody out. Pops him up. Fukudome coming on, taking charge. And that's out number 1.
Left fielder, number 7, Shelly.
Fukudome is a quality defender, especially at the 2 corners. Center field, he's okay. Not near as good as he is as a corner outfielder. But he's got a good arm, gets rid of the ball quickly, sets up well, and has good enough speed to run him down in the alleys.
Cabrera 1 for 2 in stolen bases, has a decent lead.
He went after that fastball. It was a good 6 inches up and out of the strike zone. With anything straight, he's going to attack.
Fouls a straight back. Come on, Steve, make a play.
I had a shot, but it fell a little short.
If you try to catch it, you're going right on your
I
head.
got gone right over the side there.
0-2. A little bigger lead now. Tom Wiedenbauer, first base coach, talking to Cabrera. Change up and rack him up. But they come up with a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the third. They lead it 3-0. Wow, 2 for us. First pitch strike to Gordon. Gordon 3 for 6 in the series. That coming in the first game with that home run, and that, watch out, that got Eric Cooper.
Got him off the left hand.
Yep.
This one's sailing inside, almost hits Gordon. I'm not sure how he got out of the way, but it hits Eric Cooper right off the left wrist, and it got him flush. Not much an umpire can do about that.
Got to get the Bees out. Just tuning in. Indians an unearned run in the second. And then they picked up 2 top half of this frame. That's when Johnny Damon let it off with a bullet double down into the corner. And Kipnis with a triple over the head of Diaz in center. Base hit by Cabrera. And they scored a pair. Santana trying to tell him how sorry he was because that ball was not tipped. He just didn't get any leather on it. So 1-1 to count to Beckham. And there's the shot, base hit. That a boy, Gordon. Gordon now 6 for 21 lifetime off Masters. And here's Eduardo Escobar.
That ball in the sweet spot for most hitters, low and in. Gordon swinging the bat a lot better lately. Drills it in the left center field.
Fakes the bunt, takes the ball. Outfield straight up, spread out. Out and around that one.
Harold makes a good play.
One and two the count. Well, a lot of our older viewers who saw Harold play will recall that he was a good outfielder. Had a good strong arm and threw strikes. A lot of our younger Sox fans will remember Harold, who they saw him play, is just a good hitter.
As a very good hitter.
He was a terrific 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitter. Just did get a piece of that. Yeah, it seemed like the better the pitching, the better Harold was. He was not afraid to knock in a big run. Just ate him up with that one.
That was a good hard slider inside. It probably looked like a strike when Escobar went after it. That ball was almost at his belt buckle.
So here's Diaza. He grounded out to Hanahan at third. And that's right at Shelley Duncan. So 2 down. And if you've seen the White Sox Dynamic Ticket Deal of the Week, we'll enjoy a variety of price options for specific games and seating locations. The best tickets in the best locations directly from our White Sox. So buy early and save with the White Sox Dynamically Priced Tickets. Visit whitesox.com/pricing. Go there and check it out. You will save some money and even in some cases make some money and get the best seat locations. 0-1 the count to Alexei. That one at 94.
Masterson came over in a pretty good deal for the Indians, as it turned out. Victor Martinez, a terrific player, went to Boston. Now he's with Detroit and injured.
Hanahan's got him. Over to Kipnis, and then we'll retire the side. We have completed 3 and we trail it by 3. Kochman to face Johnny Danks.
Yesterday, Chu came back for the first time in 8 days from a hamstring problem. And 0 for 6 since then, so we'll have to hope that trend continues.
Chu 0 for 1 in this game, popped up to Fukudomi in left field. Takes ball 2, 2-0. And there's the strike. Another one.
The time he dropped one of the few curveballs he's thrown over the plate, and it froze Chu.
He gone. Another one.
Well, if you get that one all night, the left-handers are going to be in trouble. The Xfinity pitch tracks. If you're a pitcher, you want it. If you're a hitter, you're looking at Eric Cooper going, I think it was a little high. Coop.
So here's Brantley, had that infield single. Soft comebacker off the hand of Johnny Danks. That was with 2 out. And then Johnny knocked it down, tried to throw it over to first underhanded, threw it away. Brantley went into second and scored on Kochman's single. So it was an unearned run.
Brantley is the last remnant of what was the CC Sabathia deal with the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's the fair ball. 2 out.
Brantley not very happy with Marty Foster, but Paulie thought it was in fair territory. Right on the bag, and Marty Foster was right on the line.
Kochman grounded a single right back through the middle. .21.
More breaking balls this inning to the left-handers. John got hurt on his fastball.
And Sox families come to U.S. Cellular Field on Sunday, May 13th to celebrate Mother's Day. Now the first 10,000 ladies age 14 and older will receive a beautiful White Sox tote bag, and it is nice. So purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME.
Sometimes you need a little help. And so Hermie helped him out.
A nice 1-2-3 inning. He needed that, but he trails it 3-0. First pitch to Adam Dunn. Breaking ball strike from two big men, both 6'6". Down about 265. Masterson 250. Another breaking ball. Adam has one of our 2 hits. He just laced a single into center field. Got him on 3.
Couple of breaking balls and then the high heat out of the zone. 4th strikeout for Masterson.
So here's Paulie. He went out to right field.
Career hit leaders. Ball is tied with Eddie Collins for 4th place all time.
Masterson has a good breaking ball tonight.
It's late breaking, and I don't think the hitters are picking up the spin quite as quickly as they normally would. The question when they got him is, could he start? And he's put that to bed.
Paulie lays off that one, and the count moves to 1-2. Well, he's turned into a good pitcher.
Consistently good movement.
When he stays in the middle of the thigh down, he's got almost an unhittable sinker. Paulie just did get a piece of that sweeper.
Kansas City trying to do something that everyone in baseball has already done, and that's win at home. The Royals 0-10 this year. Everyone else in baseball has won at least 4. Minnesota's won 3. So they're the only one who's won 3 games.
And that is going foul.
Kansas City leading the Yankees 2-1. That game in the bottom of the 3rd in Kansas City.
The only bad thing about that is they got 7 innings left. 6.
And a thunderous New York lineup.
One out. And the 1-2. And another. And you can come to the Chevy Ride and Drive event in Lot E at U.S. Cellular Field this Saturday, May 5th from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Test drive a Chevrolet and receive a free pair of White Sox tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age with a valid Illinois driver's license to participate. And a good job of explaining that by Maurice Williams of Chevrolet. Be some other perks. He did not go. Over there you can drive it once, drive it twice, drive it 3 times. Have a lot of different models out there,
including the Chevy Volt.
That Maurice Williams, a big man.
He's nice sized fellow.
Here's the 2-2. It's full.
AJ in the on deck circle, strikeout victim his first time up. Most unusual for Masterson to fan left-handers.
He started to come up with it. He did not, and that's ball 4. First walk issued by Masterson.
Xfinity pitch tracks, and this one is close. See, he stayed away with everything until the last pitch. That was a mistake. You don't throw an inside slider to a right-hand hitter. At least not that kind. To that kind of right-hand hitter.
Outfield straight up, spread out. Here, not holding Paulie on, and there's one. So that is 2 down.
Kochman is a very good fielding first baseman.
Right fielder, number 51, Alex Rios.
That was a most unusual hop. A lot of spin on it. He stayed right with it.
Well, if he's holding Paulie on and he makes the break 2 steps to his right, he can't get that one.
No, that ball is down the line for a double.
Alex, pick him up. We need to get on the board. Took that pitch nicely. Alex 0 for 1, grounded out to Cabrera. And the count 2-0. Yeah, you trouble with your iPad tonight?
It has been shutting off on occasion. I think it has to do with a lot of storms in the area.
Oh, mine's got the flu or something. Here's the 2-0. Nip.
I can look at it for you. I can't fix it, but I can look at it for you.
Well, you're sitting over. Look at it.
Well, you're seeing a picture of snow. They're giving you that. They're giving you that shot from the Great White North.
The 2-1. 3-1. Fukudomi on deck.
Now Alex should get a pretty good pitch to hit. Masterson has had good control tonight. Just missing to Paulie. Now the clouds are starting to obscure the moon.
Left side. Hanahan. So we finally get a guy to second base. Can't do anything with it. And we still trail it 3-0. Top of the 5th inning, 3-5-0 for them, 0-2-2 for us. First pitch to Jack Hanahan is taken up high. Hanahan is 0 for 1, went out to Diaza in center field. There's a shot. We got a man there.
The 5th inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, member FDIC. Hanahan hit that one right on the button. He came up with a squibbing double last night in the 8th inning that put the Tribe on top to stay.
He always plays well against us. With the leather and with the lumber.
The glove has never been any problem for him.
There's a little looper. Gordon's got him. So Damon now 1 for 3. He doubled in the 3rd and scored. Here's Kipnis. He has walked and tripled in Damon.
John has settled down pretty well since that RBI single by Cabrera in the 3rd.
Diaza, this didn't take long. 1-2-3. We're halfway home, trailing by 3.
Bank, member FDIC.
We need 3 to tie. But we got 15 outs to get that done in. As Fukudomi will lead it off. He was robbed of a base hit on a beautiful diving snap shot by Asdrubal Cabrera. 2-0. Marlins beat the Giants 3-2 out at AT&T. Pittsburgh doubled up St. Louis 6-3 in St. Louis. Tampa Bay 18-8 now. Beat Seattle 4-3.
18-8, 12-1 at home.
It didn't take long. Dreaded leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Masterson, and that'll bring up Beckham. We had a solid single to center. Cincinnati beat the Cubs 4-3. Great American Ballpark. Phillies shut out the Braves 4-0 down in Georgia. Phillies now 13-13. Atlanta 15-11. Blanton over Delgado. Masterson. No chance. Beautiful. Attaboy, Gordon.
Well, Masterson took a look at Hanahan, and he was not playing up close, taking away the buck. Knowing that Masterson at 6'6" is not the quickest man around and getting off the mound, alertly Gordon just lays it down. Even though the pitch is high and away out of the strike zone, Masterson takes a while to get to the ball. By the time he does, he tries to make the play, but even if he throws it on the money, he's not going to get him. So Gordon 2 for 2.
And here's Escobar. He'll be bunting. He struck out on a vicious slider. Just ate him up inside. Takes it high and wide.
There's no real reason here not to square around early. If you are indeed going to bunt, then you're not going to surprise anybody. And by holding the bat back, you run the risk of stabbing at the ball and popping it up.
Watch out. Hitters in this scenario have to get that bat out of the zone. As soon as you see you're not going to bunt it, you got to get that bat up and out. You leave it there, and that runner at second's going to get hung out to dry. The 1-1. Yeah. They're just going to look to third, go to first. So a nice job by Escobar. Sacrifice for 1-4.
The catcher's a captain on that play because he's got everything in front of him. The pitcher has everything going on behind him. So Santana's the man that's going to make the call, even though Masterson for a moment looked at third. No reason to do that. The catcher's got to be yelling first because he didn't have a play at third. He just got him by a step. And now Scott Radinsky comes out to talk with Masterson and Santana. What they want to do with Diaza. And I would assume Maniac is going to play that infield back, concede 1 run for the out on a ground ball.
Diaza has grounded to third softly and lined hard to left. Hanahan, even with a bag, well off the line at third. And you get Kochman in at first. There's that slider. That's what a lot of left-hand hitters are going to do with that pitch coming in on them. Hit it right off their body part.
Alejandro walking around gingerly. Ooh, that doesn't feel real good.
Well, when you see a right-hander out there, if you're a left-handed hitter with that kind of breaking ball tonight, you can back up off that plate. You can go anywhere you want to in that box. Make him hit that outside corner and then try to beat him to left. 1-1.
Tried a backdoor breaking ball that time, but didn't catch the plate.
That's off him. And that's into right field. So now Beckham's going to come around. He's going to score. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Yes. Attaboy Alejandro. Lead-off walk. The dreaded lead-off walk.
And a great carom because it had Kipnis going up the middle. The ball actually caromed off Masterson and went behind him. Our fourth drive of the game is a drive that went right off the forearm of Masterson.
Don't stop now, boys. Good speed. Alejandro 3 for 4 in stolen bases.
So the sacrifice and a ball hit off Masterson cuts the lead to 1.
That bunt by Beckham really set this thing up after that leadoff walk.
Smart play.
This should be. And rack him up, but the 2-run single by Diaza will go to the 6th. It is 3-2 Cleveland. First pitch to Cabrera, strike on the outside part. Cabrera 1 for 2, an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for their guys. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for our guys. Both those errors committed by Johnny Danks. Yeah, it's very deep in center field. And that's chopped foul down past Steve Smith, the coach at third. That ball hit deep in the left center field. Stay in here. They look up, and it is a 4-2 Cleveland lead. Number 3 for Cabrera.
And the first one he's hit from the right side. So he drove home his 7th run in the 3rd, his 8th run here in the 6th. Increases the lead to 2. That's a fastball down, and that's where John has gotten hurt tonight. It's been on the fastball.
Here's Santana. Takes a breaking ball strike. He is lined hard to right and popped up to left. Three hopper.
Left fielder, number 47, Shelly Duncan.
That'll bring up Shelly Duncan. Twice he has gone out to Escobar at third, once into a 5-4-3 double play.
Washington Nationals defeated Arizona 2-1. Seems like every game they play is 2-1. They stretch their lead over Atlanta to a game and a half.
2 down. So that game on your iPad's over, huh?
Yeah, that game is over here. Were they in the 4th on yours?
Bottom of the 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Told you mine's 6.
Well, you get 4 megahertz or bytes or whatever they call them. That's what happens.
Well, I think mine's due for
an overhaul. You need an overhaul?
I think I'm gonna go get the 3. I got the 1. This is the 2. I'm gonna go get the 3. They say the 3 is much faster. Chu can't get it in the count 0-2. My little grandson can use this one.
He'd like that one. Except he would think that the Washington game is still in the 8th.
He knows how to work it better than I do. Paulie, nice pick, played it very nicely. Meanwhile, leadoff homer by Cabrera. And he is leaded by 2.
Santana, who has a switch hitter last year at 27 home runs. This catcher profile is sponsored by Xfinity Home. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family anytime, anywhere.
Ball 1 to Adam Dunn, leading off here in the bottom of the 6th. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Cleveland. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for our Sox. They got the shift on. Adam is 1 for 2. There's that sharp breaking ball that he has had all night long.
The left-handers have a tendency to give up on it, and then it snaps over the outside corner.
That's high into center field. Stretch. Brantley back up on the track right in front of Bacardi at the park. Hauls it in. He just missed it.
Got it up in that wind, and Brantley drifted all the way back to the middle of the track before finally putting it away. There's one of those breaking balls, but you see where the 3 popped up right over the middle of the plate and done under it by a touch.
So here's Paulie. Paulie 0 for 1 with a walk. That walk coming back in the 4th. That was a good at bat. Got down in the count, worked and fouled off a couple of pitches. Finally drew the walk. And the count very quickly, 0-2.
Masterson has started 5 games before tonight, pitched 30 innings, so he's averaged 6 innings per start. He's in the 6th now, and he's really kept his pitches to a minimum.
Up high, 1-2. Jerks that one down by the tarp. Hard to cover the plate on this guy with that slider he's got tonight. You got that sinker going down and away to the left-hander, and that slider coming into the left-hander. Here's a good job by Paulie. Try to cover the plate tonight, you're probably going to go 0 for 4.
He's always had very good stuff. What he learned to do was shorten up that slider. It was always a big breaking slider, and you could see it coming. It wasn't that difficult because you could follow it straight across. It was on one plane. But he sharpened it up, and that's when he really became an effective starter.
Yeah, he's tightened that thing up. 2-2. Guys don't mind those big breakers. You can see it.
Oh, yeah, you can follow them, or the big over-the-top rollers.
Hanahan, easy play, piece of cake. 2 down.
For the majority of every at bat against Paul tonight, he stayed away. And that time, he threw a fastball away. Instead of going to right field, Paul tried to roll over it. Hence the ground ball to the left side.
There's AJ. AJ has struck out and grounded to first. There's that breaking ball.
Sharp, quick, and away from the left-handers.
This is the tightest slider we've seen him have since he's come into the league.
He's had 7 of the outs hit to the left side in the early going.
That ball hit into the gap, and nobody's going to get that one. That's right off Manny Minoso. So Anthony Bertucci and Giggs, they're picked to click. All right, Alex, pick him up. We need it.
That time he tried to throw that snapping breaking ball, but it didn't do much. And AJ slices it into left center field. Nobody has a chance to get that one. Big run out there in scoring position, but there are 2 outs.
Outfield straight up, spread out. That was the one. And the count 0-1.
We got a fastball seemingly right down the middle.
There's a shot back through the middle. AJ's going to be waved around. Here's a throw by Brantley up the line. He didn't get him. He's safe. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Attaboy, Alex.
Masterson got away with one fastball down the middle. When he went to the same pitch a second time, Alex took it right back up the middle. See the other fastball almost in the same spot, and Brantley makes it fairly close. However, with Joe McEwing, as aggressive as he is, he's going to test the arm of Brantley. And the throw is well up the line to the third base side. AJ just flashes by him. Santana on the swipe tack doesn't get a piece of it.
So here's Koske. Koske started off that 2-run fifth with the leadoff walk. 2-0 the count. Zone him in, reel him in, and light him up.
10 runs batted in now for Alex.
3-0. Beckham on deck. And that's ball 4.
Last time up, Gordon Beckham showed he was very aware of where the infielders were, and he decided to lay down a bunt. It opened up a 2-run inning and beat the play at first for his second hit. See what's possible with AT&T U-verse TV and AT&T high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
Gordon now 7 for 22 lifetime. Off Masterson.
Looks like the bullpen is up and starting to stir for the first time for the Indians.
Well, that's the reason you gave that number a while ago.
6 innings.
Yep.
Having some problems here in the 6th.
Takes first pitch strike. Gordon thought it was low, but it was not.
Nick Hagedorn was one of the guys that came over with Masterson in the Victor Martinez deal, formerly the Boston Red Sox organization.
And very quickly the count 0-2. So 2 on, 2 out, 0-2 the count. Good job by Gordon to stay with it. A 4-3 Cleveland lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The base hit will tie it up. Time is called by Santana.
Well, apparently Santana and Masterson are not on the same page.
Where did the wipes go? Where did the wipes go to?
I used to use them a lot, and you know, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, instead of shaking off the catcher, what used to happen is, let's say that the signal ended on a 2, which was a curveball. You wanted to throw a fastball. You wiped the bottom of your pants, which was subtracting 1, and you subtracted to the fastball.
That's up high.
Conversely, if you wiped the top, and let's say that it was a curveball, you were wiping to 3, which is the slider. That was adding 1.
Made it a lot. I'll tell you, made it a lot simpler
and a lot quicker,
a lot faster.
Yeah, a lot quicker.
Where did the wipes go? All right, we come up with 1, and we'll go to the 7th, trailing by 1. Michael Brantley will lead it off here in the top of the 7th inning. 4-3 bad guys. Third ball strike. Brantley 1 for 2, had that infield single and scored back in the 2nd. Outfield swung around to the left. One and 1 to count. We will conclude this game, this series, this homestand. Head on out to Detroit for 3. And there's a 2-hopper. 1 out. And then go to Cleveland for 4. We have a day-night doubleheader on Monday, the 7th, at Progressive Field.
Talking about Dylan Axelrod starting one of those games. I'd like to send along birthday greetings to Wynn Griffiths, who's been up in the booth with us for quite some time, celebrating number 59 tonight.
Boy, he looks good for 59.
Looks terrific for 59. He's had about 40 cookies tonight.
Kochman stayed with it, and he is now 2 for 3.
Hanahan, you suck! Third baseman number 9, Jack Hanahan.
Maniac stacked his lineup with left-handers against Danks. They have 7 hits. Left-handers have 5 of the 7.
It's paid some dividends, and the last time Hanahan was retired to lead off the 5th inning, he probably hit the ball as hard as Cabrera hit his home run to lead off the 6th.
No, he hit it harder.
It was just a rocket.
Yeah, he hit that harder.
Looks like the bullpen for the Sox going to start to work for the first time tonight.
Hanahan is going at the center, and then that bullet. And there's another bullet, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So another left-handed hit.
Another fastball.
6 of the 8.
And that one winds up in the outfield. So you can ill afford to give the Indians any more as John throws that fastball. Hanahan reaches out and drives it to center field. And the reason why you don't want to see the Indians add to this lead is they have an excellent tail end of the bullpen. Nate Jones throwing in our pen.
Yeah, they got Joe Smith and Chris Perez.
And Vinny Pastano.
Vinny Pastano is a guy I love.
Probably as good as anybody and could close for a lot of teams in this league.
Yeah, I love Vinny Pastano. Johnny Damon takes strike 1. Johnny is 1 for 3, doubled, and scored in the 3rd. Yeah, when you get Joe for 7, Vinny for 8, Chris for 9, that's tough. That's real good.
Normally they have Rafael Perez. He's a good left-hander, but he's on the disabled list.
Line drive. Everybody gets back. So that is 2 down. 2 out, and a reminder, join the White Sox for Weather Day presented by WGN on May 15th right here at US Cellular Field. Prior to the game with the Tigers, WGN meteorologist Tom Skilling will host a special program focused on weather. Go to whitesox.com/WGN for more details.
One of the biggest outs of the game right here for John Danks.
And one of the toughest. Jason Kipnis. First pitch strike.
It's Eric Hoover's been throwing him up there, and left-hander's not going to hit that ball that far up and out of the zone.
Well, since Johnny's not going to throw his changeup to the left-handers, he's got to pitch these guys up. The left-handers. And as you mentioned, Cooper's been he's been consistent all night long with it.
And giving him the pitch just up and out of the zone.
Two on, 2 out, 2-1 to count. 4-3 Cleveland here in the top of the 7th inning. If you're just tuning in. And the count 3-1 with Asdrubal Cabrera on deck.
Nice stop by AJ. Kipnis, a 2nd-round draft choice back in 2009.
That ball hit hard. And it is 7-3. A line shot. Left-handers are just eating him up.
Another high fastball. Only that one was well within the zone. And Kipnis hits home run number 4. Looked like it might have been, John might have been trying to cut it, but it didn't get out away from Kipnis enough. Drives in his 4th run of the game, his 17th of the year, and that makes it a 4-run deficit.
Breaking ball strike to Cabrera. Kipnis with a walk, RBI triple. Slide out to center and a 3-run homer. Well, we've been throwing some home runs.
'29 with the 2 tonight.
Indians thrown 22 as there's a fair ball. Nice play by Escobar. Meanwhile, the 3-run homer. 7th inning stretch and not good. Cleveland lead. A big 3-run homer by Jason Kipnis. Maniacta has put the right line up there against the left-hander tonight. 6 left-handed hitters. You're going to see more and more managers doing that.
Until they start throwing their best pitch, which in John's case, at least one of his best pitch is a straight change.
That's his best pitch.
He's completely taken it away from him.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the more man. It's amazing it's taken him this long to figure it out. But we still got some time, and that's a good way to start it. No, just foul. Dadgummit.
Yeah, Jeff Kellogg on the line. That one did not miss by much. Plenty of room between Hanahan and the line, but unfortunately, that one foul.
Just fouled, and then, wouldn't you know it, 1 out. Six strikeouts from Masterson, and here's Diaza. Alejandro had a big 2-run single in the 5th inning. Made it 8. 4-3 ball game.
Tried to lay one down, but no contact.
Yeah, that's our 25th game, and we've thrown 29 homers.
And a lot of them have come in some pretty cold weather.
And a lot of them have followed some walks.
Yep.
Cues it, knocked down. That's going to be a base hit. So the 1 out, infield single.
About time Alejandro got a little bit of luck. He's been hitting the ball hard.
That's right.
And I talked with him before the game about it, and he said, you know, I hit the ball hard. I don't get anything to show for it. I hit one up in the air, gets lost in the smoke of the previous home run, and I hit a 45-foot double.
So here's Alexei. Alexei is 0 for 3 tonight. Slider strike. And there's a base hit. So here come our Sox.
Joe Smith listening in the pen as Masterson is to the point where he becomes very vulnerable. Slider gets a little flat. That fastball out away from Alexei, takes it right by Hanahan. And here comes Manny Acta, and I would think that would probably be it. Now he might be asking him nothing. He's asking him to give him the baseball.
So Masterson, as we talked about, he has become a good solid starter. He departs, and we'll be back.
We did see him in last night's game in relief of Joe Smith. He came on, faced one hitter, gave up a hit, and then departed. So we'll see if maybe he has the same luck tonight against the same hitter, Adam Dunn.
One out, 2 on in this 7-3. Cleveland leads 7-9-0 for them, 3-8-2 for us. So here's Adam. He's 1 for 3. Hard single in the center in the first. And last time up, he just missed hitting one out of here. Come on, Biggin. Breaking ball, no.
It's Joe Smith once again. And it appears that Manny Acta will call on Sip to get out just one hitter, if he can.
Adams got the catbird seat, 2-0.
Sip has missed with the breaking ball twice. making him very vulnerable with a less than overwhelming fastball.
And there it was. A good pitch to hit.
Took it right down the middle.
And the count 2-1.
That had the whole plate. 92.
Three and one. Now he's got it again. And here comes that fastball again.
It was a very good stop by Santana. That ball was well out ahead of him. Kept runners off second and third.
A fastball and a full count.
That one top of the zone and out away from Adam.
Good speed aboard. Yaza at second. Alexei at first. Get out of here. Come on back. Nope. Nope. It will not. 2 down.
That was actually one of the few get me over breaking balls that was successful. And Manny Acta has seen enough of Tony Sipp. He's going to go to Joe Smith.
So Joe Smith, who has been a thorn in our derriere the last couple of seasons, he comes on and we'll be back.
Minuscule ERA of 159 on for the 11th time. Has 4 holds. Opponents hitting just 200, which is very good. 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, and just 11 1/3 innings of work. He's going to face Paulie with runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
So Smith with a lifetime ERA against us at 2.04. And here's Paulie. Paulie 0 for 2 with a base on balls. AJ on deck. As always, first pitch in this sequence, this scenario is big, and that breaking ball missed. The thing about Smith, though, he'll throw anything in his arsenal at any time.
Last night he came in, he fell behind 3-0 and battled his way back in an at-bat. Ooh, that one way out of the zone, and Paulie couldn't check it up. Look at the movement on this one.
Outfield, straight up, spread out. Close, didn't get it, and the count 2-1.
Paulie catches a break here.
Ball 3.
3-1. Chops it foul, so a full count.
That one pretty hittable. Fastball in the zone at 89. Wally, because of the sink on the ball, even though the ball was up, hit the top of it. You don't see him leave that many up in the zone like that.
And the payoff pitch. Bites it off right side.
Few down the middle. The first two pitches were out away. Well, he tries to battle him to the opposite field.
And once again, there was a get me over breaking ball right there. Got away with it.
That one hung on the inner portion of the plate. Well, he fouled it back. That move there is really just a waste of time. It means that you're not really set on what you want to throw because there's nobody that's chasing Diaz back, and you're not going to shorten his lead.
Ball 4.
And that's ball 4 that will load him up. Joe wanted that one. Meanwhile, here comes AJ. AJ 1 for 3, a double and a run scored in the 6th inning.
Left-handers normally have a much better look at Joe Smith than the right-handers. So we get the team's leading run producer in a key situation.
Backdoor try. 1-0. High pop up. Left side. Cabrera calling everybody off, makes the catch, and we threaten, but can't cross home plate. It is still 7-3 Indians.
The eighth inning, and it's Nate Jones in relief of John Danks. Jones with an ERA of an even 2 on for the 7th time. We'll try to go through the heart of the order for the Indians as Johnny Danks went 7 innings, gave up all 7 Indian runs on 9 hits, walked only 1, struck out only 1.
Santana, Duncan, and Chu face our young, hard-throwing right-hander. Santana 0 for 3 tonight. There's some at 98. Right on by it. Two and one. That at 98.
Keep it up there, number 1. You're probably going to get the call if you don't get the swing. Eric Cooper's been calling him up in the zone all night. That was a very good pitch. And Santana a little tardy on that. Tried to slider him down and in, and he had to skip the rope to get out of the way of that one.
Full count. No walks, Nate. Get over there. He will, and that is out number 1. That'll bring up Shelly Duncan, who is 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of grounders to third and 1 to second. 0-1 to count.
Keeping a close eye on things. Can't really like what he's seen so far.
That one at 98.
Throw a fastball by Duncan and you're doing something. Because he was very tardy on that one.
And fouls that one straight down. And the 1-2. Chops that one over the tarp. Make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. First of that 3-game set from Detroit. Jake Peavy on the bump for us against the southpaw Drew Smiley. On Saturday, Gavin Floyd against Max Scherzer. And on Sunday, Chris Sale against Rick Porcello. Two and two. Tomorrow's game will be on Comcast Sportsnet. Saturdays will be over Fox. And Sundays over Comcast Sportsnet. And a full count. And after that series is off to Cleveland. Doubleheader on Monday. First game will be over WGN. Second game over Comcast Sportsnet. So another full count. He gone. 2 down.
That's one of the few pitches down that Eric Cooper has called tonight. But it had part of the strike zone. You can see it cross at the knees. Duncan caught looking.
That's the best swing that Chu has had the whole series. Of course, coming off that 8-day layoff.
Yeah, he's a little rusty, but
yeah,
he'll make some people pay when he gets back to normal.
Change up. Another one. And the count 2-1. Chu 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 8 in the series. So 2-2 with 2 down. Too high. Third straight full count. And there is ball 4.
Wind starting to whip up a little bit. You see a little bit of lightning in the distance. Fortunately, we're not around a lot of electrical equipment.
Your what hurts? Brantley is 1 for 3. The Linfield single. Went to second on a throwing error by Johnny Danks and scored. So that was not an earned run. Danks giving up 7 runs, 6 earned on those 8 hits. The 1 pitch. Chopper to Hopper. Nice inning for Nate Jones, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We need some runs. First ball, breaking ball to Alex Rios, leading off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alex 1 for 3, had a big RBI single back in the 6th. Another breaking ball, another strike, and the count 0-2.
Aaron Cunningham takes over defensively in left field.
And there's a base hit. Nice way to start it off right here, Alex. Alex came in hitting at 293, now up over 300. And here's Fukudomi. 0 for 1. Line shot, robbed of a base hit on a really nice diving catch by the shortstop Cabrera, and he's walked twice and scored once. Takes that low and away.
Normally Smith just stays on to get out of the 7th, then it's Pastano and Perez. With a 4-run lead, Maniaca has stayed with Joe Smith.
And the count 2-0. Three and 0. Take 2. And there's ball 4. Got something cooking. And it'll bring up Gordon Beckham. Gordon 2 for 3 tonight. And a beautiful bunt single that set up that 2-run 5th inning.
Santana out there to kill a little time for that bullpen once again as it's up and going.
Flares that one over into the lower seats.
And it is Vinny Pastano.
Attaboy. He did not go.
Sweeping breaking ball off the plate. Gordon checks it up.
There's a bigger breaker and the count 1-2. There's a chopper, Hanahan over to second. And they do get him. That was close. Good job by Kipnis on a high throw from Hanahan.
Waging wide to his left. That throw up there, and Kipnis, realizing there's no play at first, alertly turns to third to see if maybe Alex is going to round the bag.
So here's Diaza. Takes that sinker. No.
Rain is starting to fall.
According to my radar, it is.
According to our eyes and my score sheet, it is.
And the count 2-0. Sox fans joining us on Saturday, May 26th as our Sox take on these Indians. First 20,000 fans will receive a Robin Ventura bobblehead presented by Pepsi Max. Little flipper in the center field. It's going to hang up, and Gordon was off. They're going to double him up, and that's going to take us out of the inning. So that'll do it. We'll go to the ninth of this 7-3 Indians.
He'll pick up the 9th inning, starting it off with Casey Kochman. That's what he did against the Red Sox last time out.
Kochman 2 for 3. Check that. Yeah, 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Count evens at 1. And that is foul.
Dan Wheeler loosening up.
Two and two. Off the glove, over to Beckham, so 1-4-3 if you're scoring. And that'll bring up Jack Hanahan, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Pulled a string on him, had him way out in front.
Little off-speed breaking ball. Good pitch.
Comes up, he controls. 2 down. It'll be the top of the order for our guys in the bottom of the 9th as we trail at 7-3. If you're just tuning in, Indians 1 in the 2nd. It was unearned. 2 in the 3rd. We had 2 in the 5th. They scored 1 in the 6th. We scored 1 in the 6th. But that big 3-run homer by Jason Kipnis in the 7th. So far, it's just been a killer. So here's Damon. He's 1 for 4.
Kipnis Knight in the middle of all the scoring. After a leadoff double by Damon in the 3rd, he drove in a run with a crushed triple to center field.
Damon, 286 career hitter with 231 homers, 1,120 RBIs, over 400 stolen bases. That's a heck of a career. Meanwhile, nice inning for Axelrod. We go to the bottom of the 9th and a whole bunch of trouble.
There's a look at Dan. ERA 368 on for the 9th time. League hitting an even 250 against him. That's a hit an inning. Is 250. If you're below 250, usually the stuff is real good because you're giving up 6, maybe 7 hits per 9 innings. If it's well above 250, then you better not walk anybody or you're going to have a high earned run average.
Here's Diaza. Alejandro is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Steve's picked a click.
Oh, he's been all everything tonight.
Okay, Harold.
Looks to me like that 2-run single. Lined out in third.
Harold Hill with all that snake oil.
Yeah, the base hit here will cement it.
And the count 3-0. Don't help him out.
Lexi in the on deck circle, and then the heart of the order.
There's one. So a full count. Ball 4 base hit. And there is a solid smash. A good way to start.
I got to believe that Manny Acta is not going to be all that patient with Dan Wheeler. He's a man you'll put in non-save situations, but he can quickly pitch himself into a jam. So the leadoff man on.
And here's Alexei. He's 1 for 4. No, he won't. He won't mess around at all.
Got that bullpen up and going quickly.
Here's strike 1.
Celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Even though we know it's in a couple of days, we are not home for that.
One and 1 to count. High pop up. Hanahan. One out. And that'll bring up Adam Dunn. Adam 1 for 4 tonight. There you go. That ball hit high and deep. catch. They just look up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A 2-run bomb by Dunn. And it's a 7-5 ball game. Mercy.
Home run number 7. Adams taking over the team lead and runs batted in with 19. And Dan Wheeler just made it a whole lot closer. Fastball down the middle, and neither outfielder moved. Just watch that majestic home run leave the yard. Santana out there to kill some time, undoubtedly, for Perez to get ready in that pen.
And of course, with that home run by Dunn, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 27. $2,700 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula.
Here comes Manny. There goes Dan Wheeler. In comes Chris Perez in a 2-run ball game.
Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every White Sox out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit whitesox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv baseball everywhere.
And on comes the closer, Chris Perez, who picked up his 8th save last night. No record, 3.60 ERA. 8 for 9, that only blown save against us.
So here's Paulie. Paulie 0 for 2 with 2 walks. AJ on deck. And that's outside. And that's low and away.
A walk, a bloop, and a blast ought to about do it.
And the count 3-0. And there, the tying run comes to the plate.
And Brett Morrell, I believe, is going to come out and pinch run for Paulie.
Here's A.J. He's 1 for 4. And a double and a run scored back in the 6th. Come on, A.J. Whistle up. Takes it right there. Breaking ball, no. Count evens at 1.
Outfield very deep all the way around, trying to play in a no devil set. Friendly, about as deep as you can get in center field without being on a warning track.
Looking for the express and got the low.
Good slider down.
That ball going down the left field line, fouled. That so the count hangs at 1-2 with Rios on deck. Two and two. Nice and easy, 12.
Well, that was in full protection mode. He took that ball right out of Santana's glove.
Yeah, it took Beckham.
Wow.
Scared him to death.
Well, too close to take, so he figured foul it off at the last instant.
And that's going foul. So the count and the drama still holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 9th, down by 2.
He's been just about everywhere with A.J. The 8th pitch of the at-bat, trying to get him out with sliders down.
Full count.
Oh, walk would look awfully nice. That wind is howling to left center field. Adam hit his ball really into the wind and still went out by plenty.
Two down.
Pretty good pitch.
Alex is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Breaking ball, strike. And this ball game is over. So the Sox take the opener. They win it 7-2 behind Chris Sale. We lose last night 6-3, a lot of walks, and a big 3-run homer by Jason Kipnis in the 7th inning. They win this one 7-5, and we'll be back.